Welcome back to the channel. Just arrived at the beautiful Isle of Arran off the ferry from Troon. On the Arran Coastal Way. I think it's about 110 kilometres or so. Today is Friday. I'm going to walk Friday, Saturday, Sunday, finish on the Monday. Got all my new gear in my bag, feeling good. I'm excited to get started. So the town I've just left from is Brodick. That's where the ferry comes into. You can see it over there. I grabbed a coffee from a wee coffee shop in the town, and this is the start of the trail. It's a waymarked trail, one of Scotland's great trails, so it should be relatively easy to navigate. It's nice when the trails have a bit of boardwalk. Down on the beach. Got my trusty can of Coke in my new Atom Packs bag. All my new gear. I'm excited to give it a test run this weekend ahead of some bigger hikes that I'm going to do this year. I basically upgraded all my kit, so I'm really looking forward to trying it all out. Hopefully I get a nice sleep at the end of every day of hiking and nothing goes wrong. Welcome to Goatfell, maintained by the National Trust for Scotland, which means there'll be good paths all the way to the top. It's nice to be in the trees, very peaceful and tranquil. A lot of this route is by the ocean, so I'm making the most of my time in the forest, taking it slowly, appreciating the tranquility. You can just see down there where I've come from. There's another ferry arrived. I've walked all the way up here through the trees. There's a good pair of night trackies if anyone fancies them. Just for free at the bottom of Goatfell. Better be quick before someone nabs them. Quite annoyed the route doesn't go over there. I'd like to have a closer look at that waterfall, but I'm not bushwhacking my way down there because that's where I'm going. Right into the clouds where it'll be freezing. First time using my new water filter. Catadine B free. I think there's a lot of good hiking to be had on this little island. It's just a shame that I'm not going to get any views when I go up there. It looks like it's going to be wet and cold. The higher I get, the more the wind picks up, but it's not too cold at the moment, although it's getting a bit chillier. So if you look where I've come from, beautifully clear, and then where I'm going, dark, cloudy, ominous. I think that pretty much sums up the average Scottish hiking experience, but we love it anyway, don't we? So I made it, that's me at the top of Goatfell. This is the highest point on the Isle of Arran, 874 metres above sea level. On a good day I'm sure the views are fantastic, but for me It's like the inside of a ping pong ball, so I'm not going to hang around long. It is quite chilly. I'm going to find my way back down off this hill and onto the path. So I finally come off the hill, back on the trail, just about heading to the forest. It was a long descent actually from up there, so I'm enjoying being back on level ground. And as far as I'm aware, that is all the climbing for this trail, so the next 3 days are all on flat ground, which is nice. Ferry into there, went on up to Goldfell, which is there, came back down to there, now I've got to continue to there and round to there, that's where I'm staying tonight. Just went in that little bookshop there. I thought it was a charity shop and I would maybe get a cheap 50p book to read in my tent each night, but they were all new books and they weren't 50p. This bit's very exposed because it's right next to the ocean. It's not cold, which is good. There's a bit of a breeze and you're getting the spray from the ocean, and then it's raining, a little bit drizzly, so but it's not bad. I shouldn't complain. Not soaked, still wearing shorts, got a waterproof jacket on, no problem. There's some deer up ahead, a couple of stags I think. I'm not sure if that's a bothy or not over there. The door's open, so I'm going to go have a little look. Nope, definitely not a bothy. No one in it. It's crazy to think someone lived here once upon a time. And listen to that wind. Must have been freezing. Imagine it in winter. Really good views though. Starting to feel like a bit of a drowned rat, but the end is in sight. I think I've got about 5 kilometres left to reach the end point for today. In the distance over there is where I'm stopping tonight, so the end is in sight.
I can't remember because I don't like it. You put the 8 down and it changes the seat, and then you have to actually down the half.
Day 2 begins, and that was the worst night's sleep of my life in a tent that I've ever had. It was absolutely awful. Hello. A group of walkers. The reason it was so bad is because it was the windiest night I've experienced in a long time. Must have been gusts of about 45 miles an hour. And on top of that, the rain was relentless, just lashed down the whole night. So I'm glad to wake up to clearer skies, somewhat clearer skies, and far less wind, and no rain. That right there is Lochranza Castle, situated on that little peninsula, which extends out into Lochranza, which is the body of water. prison where criminals were held whilst awaiting trial. Just got an opposite wall house. Pretty dark. Yeah, I'm not going in there. Heard this place is very good. About to find out. I came round there last night, walked all the way past those houses down to the campsite. The trail's really opened up. Great views. I can't believe how still it is. Wow. Definitely a view of the trail so far. Look at that. What a day as well. I can't believe how lucky I am today, actually, considering I thought it was going to be a terrible day. But would you look at that? This section of the trail is 10 kilometres. 10 kilometres on the road. And to make matters worse, I didn't bother to bring any headphones, so I can't even crank up the AC/DC and the Guns N' Roses, get me stomping ahead. But I do have the sound of the ocean, which is maybe not as motivational, but just as nice, eh? Got some shocking news. The sun has decided to come out. It's going to be a good day. Got to keep your wits about you on this road, actually. Try not to spend too much time looking at my phone because some bozo might come screeching over a blind summit and smash into me. Like this noise coming right now. Oh, that's behind me. Wrong way. Yep, that would have smashed me alright. What a place for a graveyard. Looks very old. To be fair, what a final resting place. Look at that. Don't get a better view than that. They must be, oh, I don't know, I can't even guess how old this little burial site must date, how far back, because they don't even look like gravestones. The earth is reclaiming them. So across there is Kintyre, and if you continued south on the water, you'd eventually land at Belfast. That's a prefab free church. Don't know if you can get in it. Presume not, considering you'd have to go in the field and there's lambs, but it's a funny looking little building, looks out of place. Oh, look at that, now we're talking. Bit of carrot cake, that's what you need. There's a nice cave you could run in if it's lashing down with rain. Would have been handy yesterday actually, could have waited it out in there. It's nice to be off the road. I think that's 20 kilometres or so of road walking today, so it's a welcome reprieve to be walking into the forest and into the trees instead of just looking at the tarmac all day. That's better. Look at that. Sounds of the forest. There's a cave just up from the beach. There's all these cairns in them. I wonder who put them all there. Look at that cave. Big gate. Wonder what's in there. So I need to actually research what these caves are meant to. What's so special about them? Christian and pre-Christian carvings, but I can't tell which is which. It's too dark to see as well. It's very popular with tourists, clearly, or intrepid explorers like myself. It also smells like pee. This one's better because you get right through it. And there's a nice breeze, so it doesn't stink of pee like the other one. According to this, up that track there is a fossil footprint that is over 200 million years old. I'm definitely going up to have a look. Look at that. Isn't that amazing? A dinosaur's footprint on the Arran Coastal Trail, fossilised over millions and millions of years, and there it is. Fantastic. That's genuinely blown my mind. 200 million years old. And there it is on a rock face in Arran. Crazy. And I'm glad I went up there. It's made my day. Woohoo! Look at the size of that guy. Absolute unit. Huge.